Hello and welcome to Boomtown Hoops Live, post-game show for the Thunder's 118-107 loss to the Orlando Magic. They fall to 1-2. The Magic extended their winning streak to 4-0. But hey, it's not about wins and losses this season. We're here to talk some performances, and boy, were their performances, guys. Shay Roby just won the world out of nowhere, 19-point game. Shay had another good one. There's a lot to talk about. So, Josh, what's your biggest takeaway from tonight's loss?
Isaiah Roby. Breakout game for him. He wasn't great in the preseason. Give that guy a lot of credit because, Thunder fans are very nice fans. It takes a lot of poor play for Thunder fans to turn on a Thunder player. And it was 3 preseason games. I think everybody was wondering, why is this guy not getting cut? And that was like a thing I saw a lot of. And especially when, Frank Jackson got cut, Admiral Schofield, these guys that people liked, and Roby's on the team. There was a lot of, why are we keeping Roby? Well, what are they seeing him? He doesn't even play the first 2 games. He gets thrown into the fire as a starter in this game. And he was awesome. He was one of the best guys on the floor. And, we've talked about it, for the last couple of games. Kendrick Williams, he makes no sense. I like the guy who plays hard. I don't know what his role is. When Horford comes back, there's no reason. I hope that with what Roby did in this game, Isaiah Roby will now be the guy off the bench filling in those minutes along with Muscala, and they can kind of be the 2 bigs off the bench. Because, he's 22. He looked really good. There's a lot more chance for upside with Isaiah Roby than Kendrick Williams. So he was awesome. He did everything tonight in this game. He absolutely shattered Vucevic's ankles. One of my favorite highlights of the season. It's 3 games, but I imagine it's going to be one of the favorites all year. That was awesome. So he was the man. Good for Isaiah, just playing well. And he doesn't even play the first 2 games. He gets thrown in as a starter, plays like 30 minutes or something, and it was great. So cool to see that. Yeah,
going from 0 appearances to
I don't understand.
Points, remarkable. It's incredible.
I guess just to keep the rotations the same. I don't know how you go from not even playing the guy to he starts. That's weird, but
it's crazy. In NBA game number 4. Jesse, your thoughts on Roby's big day?
Yeah, he obviously looked great. I wasn't super impressed with what he did in preseason, and I was one of the people that, especially when Frank got cut, I was like, what's Roby doing? Mostly Kenrich, but also what is Roby doing? So this game was exciting for me. I think he came out and looked strong from the very beginning, and he kept that up all game. He finished with 19, and it shocked me. I'm impressed. I was not expecting that from him at all.
Yeah, no, and it was kind of a meme before the game. Like, we have Isaiah Roby, let's ride. But
yeah,
hey, the guy went out, had a great performance, so you gotta love it. Cody, your take on Roby?
Yeah, had a really good game, like you guys said. 19-7. Showed a lot of promise from shooting some threes, and like Josh was saying, that Vucevic ankle breaker was just outstanding. It's, like he said, one of the best plays of the year.
And then he yammed it too on top of that.
And so, yeah, it's awesome. Like you guys said earlier, Hill and Horford out this game, so he had to come in and step up. And boy, did he step up, playing well-wise. Now, I would say that our defense definitely was severely hindered with Horford and Hill not being out there. The Magic kind of had their way in the paint against us. They outscored us 72-58 in the paint. And then turnovers were very sloppy for us compared to them. We had 20 turnovers and they had 11. So kind of feel like that kind of got away from us towards the end of the game. But hey, you're missing 2 of your best players, and you put up a good fight against a pretty feisty Eastern Conference team. So nothing to be upset about, and just move on to the next one.
Yeah, in the East, but that's another playoff team, and has been a playoff team a couple of years now. Good players over there. So that's, when you're missing Horford and Hill, it's pretty impressive, honestly.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I did not expect that game to be as close as it was. Consistently, within 10 points, usually closer than that. Just a really gritty performance, some solid effort on the bench, who I hadn't been impressed with so far this season, but they showed up. Good play out of Hamidou Diallo as well as a ball handler. Good all things considered, let's keep in mind. it was an interesting game. I think this also goes in the same vein as that Utah game the other night. Maybe not as hype, but still a lot of things to feel good about. Let's talk a little bit. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. So he had the ball quite a bit, but a lot of double teams, a lot of pressure on Shai. Jesse, how did you think Shai handled the pressure in this game?
Yeah, I think he had a few sloppy turnovers. Like, I think he got caught in the air some. But overall, I didn't feel like the double team affected him that much. I think he was still able to get to the rim and create like he was last game. So for me, I thought he handled it really well, and he still had a pretty good game.
Yeah. Cody, thoughts on Shai?
Yeah, he had a good game, finished with 23, 7, and 7. Shot 8 of 10 from the field.
Yeah.
Would have really liked for him to be more assertive, shooting that well and being that efficient. But yeah, the double teams all night, that's kind of tough to really get your shot going as much as you would like to when you're feeling that hot. So him passing to those open players, Dort was hit some big shots. Roby had some big shots as well. But yeah, I would really just like to see him be more aggressive to try to get your shot. Or if you can't, if you're getting double teamed, maybe try and get to the line a little bit more, manufacture some offense that way. But yeah, he's looking very, very more comfortable in this lead ball handler role. He's finding his spots. He's finding other people pretty easily. So sky's the limit for him as far as that goes. But yeah, I would just like to see him be a little bit more assertive towards the end of games. Yeah.
Absolutely. Josh, thoughts on Shai, Dort, that kind of combination of him having to kick out?
Yeah, no, I mean, I agree with what Cody was saying. I mean, obviously, I love Shai being really efficient, 8 of 10 and making all his threes. But you would kind of hope as the best player, when he's playing very well, you're making 80% of your shots that, just take over. I feel like he's still a little hesitant to kind of go that mode that we're used to seeing with like somebody like Russ or something. But he played very well. I think Shai's having a good season so far. It's just 3 games, but I've liked his play. I think he's playing well. And Lou, I mean, we were talking about it a minute ago. He only went 3 of 8 shooting on threes, but I love that he's just shooting them, and he looks pretty good shooting them. He had the one where he missed it and got his own rebound right back and just fired it up again and nailed it. That was awesome. Lou and Shai are both they're looking like, 2 of our better players, especially considering that George Hill didn't play tonight. Shai not having kind of that, I don't know, that little bit of that safety blanket of him. And for him just, have, I guess, probably his best game of the season so far. I don't know. It depends how you look at it. But, really encouraging from Shai. And obviously Lou is Lou. He's just doing his thing out there right now. And I think I saw a stat. I don't want to butcher the stat, but he scored over 15 points each game this season. He only did that, I want to say 3 times in the regular season last year or something like that. And he's going to eat 3 for 3 this year. I hope I didn't just completely misquote that stat, but it shows you that Lou's offensive game is improved.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. It definitely is something that's more of a threat. They're not leaving him wide open, and that really opens up the offense. It opens up, the ball movement. It's really a gift for the Thunder here. Now, we got to take a peek in the comments here. Our guy Sean is going in on poor Poku. Call him Poku.
Hey, Poku scored.
Poku
is in the score column. He's in the box score.
Poku D-League. Poku can't shoot ski. Poku Jesse could post him up ski. To be fair, look, all of us probably could.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing about Poku. I love the refusal to not have confidence. He shot it 8 more times in his game, and his only points came on like a putback, tip-in type thing. But, hey, he scored. Maybe he can take that and keep that rolling. He's not losing confidence, so I like that.
Yeah. Hey, absolutely. Jesse, how vicious is your post game?
Well, I mean, Poku hasn't looked great. I'm not going to, bet on myself for that, but he has looked rough. I think after last game, I just wanted him to score 1 time. So I'm going to take this game as a win because we got that. But he has looked rough.
Yeah. You just wonder with the fact that when was the draft? Was it in November even? I don't even remember when the draft was. I can't keep track of the calendar. But in
November.
November.
He's barely been here. It seems like, to me at least, that he doesn't seem to know what he's doing. He kind of is just out there. Russ said he's just running around. That's Poku. He's just running around out there. gets the ball and he's a little bit open, he shoots it. On defense, he has no clue what he's doing.
The defense is bad.
He just has got to settle in a little bit. It's a big step up in quality of league. He's a kid. He just got here. He's not even from America. He's playing in Oklahoma. I'm cutting him a little slack. I'm giving him a leash here.
Yeah, absolutely. I think he can't be too critical of him. Definitely funny for sure, but
yeah,
not ready at all. He's just a big old string bean floating around in the wind.
I like him.
So I like him. I like his tenacity. I like that he just chucks it up. But I don't know. Defense, though, that's something that was really rough with this lineup. When you're letting Dwayne Bacon drop 18 on you and Vucevic got basically everything he wanted tonight, that's a little tough.
Well, it's tough. I mean, no Horford, and then, obviously Muscala is shooting it well, but he's a wet napkin on defense. He gives you nothing. So
he can take a something to the chin though, as far as he gets elbowed so much often on the guard. It's ridiculous. He can take it like a champ, that's for sure.
So we didn't really have a true big man in this game. I mean, Al's pretty much all we have, and obviously he was out. So.
Yeah, and Vucevic, that's a bad matchup for just about anyone in the league. But then again, no offense to Roby and Muskie here, but that's tough. Great shooting performance from Muskie, at least.
He's shooting that thing. Moose is shooting it.
Yeah, for sure. Cody, your thoughts on the other guys that we kind of hadn't talked about yet?
Yeah, I mean, Baisley kind of disappeared. 3 of 14, 6 points, 6 rebounds.
Bad game for Darius.
Bad game. I mean, second year in the league, he's going to have games like this. He was shooting it very efficient beginning of these past couple games. This game, obviously, not as much. And then, Diallo's out there, running around. He's doing things. It's just not – I mean, tonight he, at least shot well, 6 of 9, 13 and 8. But, I mean, when Diallo is your lead ball handler off the bench, I mean, it's just – it goes sideways pretty fast sometimes.
Yeah, Hamadou's he's a ball of energy. He's our sixth man. It's kind of funny to say that. Thunder have had some good sixth men historically, and we got Hamadou Diallo here. But he gives us energy, and he led the team in rebounding, which is kind of funny. But I don't know. I mean, Maladone did some okay things. He scored 7.
Yeah,
I mean, Justin Jackson wasn't bad either, considering he was in the same boat as Roby. Roby stole the headlines, but Justin Jackson wasn't bad. He had 8 rebounds or 8 points, a couple of boards, 3 assists. Not bad.
Yeah, Jackson looked, he looked pretty good. He's a guy who I think, we could keep around for a little bit if he keeps up that type of effort. But I think it's very clear that Hill and Horford are very, very important if you want to see this Thunder team succeed as well as it did against the Jazz and the Hornets.
Well, they're like the veterans who are legitimately good players. I mean, the only other veteran when he's not playing is Moose, which he, like we said, he's a good bench guy, but he's not a starter in the NBA. George Hill and Al Horford are actually like those veteran presence guys, and obviously you're going to miss them a lot. But they did okay considering, like you said, Bobby. I kind of went into this game thinking this could get, not the Magic are great, but I was kind of, this might be an ugly one, and this was at least an entertaining game.
Yeah, I mean, they fought hard the entire game through. They looked like they were wanting to win as much as they could. Made it a really, really, really difficult, game for Orlando. And I think a lot of teams are going to struggle with the Thunder all night. They're not going to be a easy out. They're not going to roll over. And I think that's all you can ask for as a Thunder fan this season. So, yeah. Absolutely. Yep. So let's just name our MVP really quick. I think it might go decently fast on this one, but wrap a bow on this one. Move on to New Year's Eve and our big New Zealand friend coming.
Not ready.
I'm not. Neither am I. We've been talking about it for a while. Let's just go counterclockwise. Jesse, your MVP for tonight.
I just did not expect that type of game out of Isaiah Roby, so I'm gonna give it to him. I mean, it truly shocked me. Yeah, it's gotta be Roby. That's I agree. Cody, do you agree? Are you on the Roby train here?
Yeah, we'll go ahead and give it to Roby. I mean, he had the most surprising game out of anybody, that's for sure. And honestly, probably one of the best games that he'll have this season, I think. So might as well give it to him when he can.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. It's his one shining moment. It's incredible.
And like we were saying, I mean, obviously he played really well, but also, like I said earlier, Thunder fans were kind of mean to Isaiah Roby. We wanted him cut. A lot of people did. So for him to go out and start and play well, he sees it. Anybody, they're all human. They see everybody kind of clowning him, and for him to go play that well, it says a lot about him. He's still a young guy, a lot of upside. Obviously, Sam Presti likes him enough to keep him here, so he sees something. So we'll see. It's just one game, but I imagine he'll continue to get minutes after tonight. So look forward to seeing how he does next time out against the Pelicans here.
Yeah, and hey, upside to Isaiah Roby, if you take off your glasses, kind of looks a little like Cade Cunningham if you have really bad eyesight. But thinking about it, it was a great game from Shay, and if we're talking about sheer performance,
he was awesome.
It is SGA, like Sean said, it was his best game of the season. But just in terms of a morale, gold star type of game, it's Roby. We might not see another performance like that, this entire season.
I mean,
we're going to see plenty of Shay ones.
You didn't even have Al Horford or George Hill. Darius didn't play well. Lou had a pretty good game, but not anything close to what he did just last night. And so it was really SGA and Roby keeping this game close, which is kind of funny. But give those guys credit.
Yeah, absolutely. So, all right, friends, thank you so much for talking some Thunder basketball on this lovely Tuesday night. And thank you for watching. This has been a fun one. And we'll see you New Year's Eve where
the losses don't hurt like they used to. It feels it feels a lot different.
They definitely do.
An 11-point home loss to the Magic in any other season. I'd be in a bad mood right now, but instead I'm just talking about how Isaiah Roby scored 19 points.
That's true.
How the
That's true.
turntables.
How they do turntable. I don't know. I got triple Michael Scotted there.
Yeah, you tried to flip it, but if you flip it, it just goes back to normal.
It just oh God. Anyways, thank you so much for listening. We're gonna send you off with a little bit of a little tribute to our favorite Kiwi.
I mean, I eat people all the time. I eat smashed steaks, all the bloody time.